Hello, dear friends. Truth is a force of nature that will set us free. Opinion piece. Cosmic kiss. Venus kisses Jupiter. Conjunction in Aries. We are in a pivotal year. The old world is shaken. March craziness begins. There is a reason for optimism. Time to change priorities. Special atmosphere of optimism. The dark side has lost control. People's faith is being tested. There is a lot of misinformation everywhere. The situation could change unexpectedly. Aquarius is the sign of resistance to the system. Let's start. As a virtuous omen of the end of winter in the northern hemisphere, Jupiter and Venus enter conjunction in Aries during the first days of March, and this celestial spectacle is already visible. Venus and Jupiter have given each other a cosmic kiss to welcome the month of March. They have come together in a rare conjunction, providing a breathtaking spectacle. The moon sits between the two planets and appears a more ashen color, due to the light reflected from the Earth. On Thursday, March 2nd and Friday, March 3rd, Venus enters into conjunction with Jupiter and Chiron, giving us the opportunity to grow and learn, and also to begin to heal old wounds or attempt reconciliation with our painful past. The following week, its conquering power will be at its peak when it makes harmonious contact with Mars. Action and desire will be moving in the same direction. The term conjunction is used when two objects come close together in the sky. Venus and Jupiter are millions of kilometers apart, but from Earth they will appear to be about to collide. This phenomenon happens every year, but on this particular one, the two planets are seen closer together than usual. This will not happen again for another 17 years in 2039. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. The planet Venus is known as the morning star and is the brightest planet in the sky, second only to the moon and the sun. To distinguish between the two, you only need to know that Venus is the brighter of the 2 points and is seen above Jupiter. There are some hours when the stars appear very close to each other due to their orbits around the sun. This is an optical illusion visible from Earth. It is also known as the celestial kiss, as the integration of the moon into this conjunction is visible. On February 20th, Venus left the dreamy and empathic sign of Pisces and began its passage through Aries, which will last until March 16th. The planet of love and well-being arrives in the fire energy of Aries. This planetary transit implies a special atmosphere of spiritual development and optimism, as well as a review of the needs of the others. As of March 1st, 2023, the celestial Aphrodite Venus has been influenced under the fruitful abundance of Jupiter. Jupiter and Venus are considered the two brightest planets in the firmament and the two great benefics. Venus is the planet that invites us to connect with others and now embraces the planet of good fortune and expansion, which is Jupiter. This contact generates a need for communication. As Venus and Jupiter are in Aries, we can fall into exaggeration and overflowing desire, but also irritability, impulsivity, impatience, and anxiety. March madness or craziness. Other important astrological events this month brings is the entry of Saturn into Pisces on March 7th, and Pluto into Aquarius on March 23rd. Saturn connects with reality, and Pluto with transformation. Both herald the arrival of 2 years where the old world is shaken, where the new consciousness will try to enter our lives, according to Beatriz Leverato. It means the beginning of a more compassionate world, or, on the contrary, it can also become more chaotic. We are in a pivotal year, where the dawn of the new world coexists with strong tensions of the old humankind's consciousness. It is the beginning of a time of saying goodbye, of letting go of beliefs and changing priorities. Pluto will enter Aquarius 3 times, will settle there definitively in November 2024, where it will remain for 20 years. Aquarius is the sign of resistance to the system and the search for greater equality between people. Aquarius is associated with the ethereal, networks, internet, circulation, and free communication without borders. This is not the only approach we will see this month. On March 19th, the moon will appear very low above the horizon, as twilight begins with a new companion, Saturn. It will be a more complicated conjunction to observe than that of Venus and Jupiter, as both bodies will be very low on the horizon. In the days following this conjunction, Saturn will be gaining height above the eastern horizon before sunrise, making it easier and easier to identify. The last part of the month will give us at least 2 more conjunctions in the evening. On the 22nd, Jupiter will be accompanied by a thin crescent moon. Finally, on the 24th, the moon, now much higher and easily visible, will pay a close visit to Venus. Reset news. The Yishara show reaches number 100 after splitting from Charlie Watts' After Party. According to the X22 report, the dark side has lost control but will try to regain power. According to Juan Osabin, they are tying people up to trap them for something they can control and manage them in quotes. Bill in Florida to dissolve Democratic Party, according to Red Pill News. Propane tank train derails in Manatee County, Florida. Massive fire at a recycling plant in Xalostoc, Ecatepec de Morelos, Mexico. Massive blackout in Argentina due to failure of its interconnected electricity system. Bolivia has the green light to export electricity to northern Argentina. UK pushes central bank digital currency. Food rationing begins. The UK begins rationing vegetables as Morocco hits the wall of massive crop losses and suspended exports, along with abnormally cold weather reducing Spanish production. US sends a fortune to Ukraine but cuts food support for its citizens. The German army faces equipment shortages over promised deliveries to Kiev. Russia did not fall, it prospered, and China is growing too. The strategy fails. Europe's airlines complain about the unfair advantage of their Chinese rivals being able to fly over Russia. Passenger train collides with goods train in northern Greece. Greece's transport minister resigns of a tragic train crash. According to Mark Sira, there is still bipolar news and disinformation going back and forth, and this is also happening on the redemption side and on the banking side. There is a lot of disinformation all over the place, but I think it is on purpose. I am not willing to play that disinformation game right now. I think they are doing this on purpose, so that none of us know the exact timing. The only thing for sure is that it is unavoidable. Code Lord Mike Cottrell has a stroke on Sunday and he's recovering at home. Reflections. The globalist system is imploding in on itself, according to the X22 report. Much energy by the Arcturian Council through Daniel Scranton. The energy that comes in the month of March is a support for you to free yourself from the heaviness of an attachment. According to Steve Biko, we are waiting for the storm, then revelation and ascension. According to Anna von Wright, the current world economic system is essentially provided by one family, and it only needs a part of its resources to do this. In addition, there are more than 5,000 public and private trusts that can expand the world's assets. According to Anna von Wright, we have, in quotes, we have established a completely new banking system that works on credit instead of debt. So you no longer have to mess with usury or bill collectors masquerading as judges or anyone else. We have reclaimed the global collateral accounts because we own all the collateral. Buffner said, "We are waiting for many changes as you are. We continue to monitor the arbitrary problems behind the scenes. We are hopeful that the next week will bring to the forefront a change of plans or a change of venue. It is not this week, so we continue to monitor the situation as we wait for the moment when more walls come down. The ability to know the truth lies ahead. Before the resolution, just be patient for another week or two and allow this to unfold as it surely will for all of you. The echoes in the corridors are softer, and the outcome even more certain. People's faith is being tested. Hang in there. The situation can change quickly." Opinions. You will achieve inner peace if you understand how to move from thinking to feeling. When animals love you, it's pure love. You can tell a lot about the country by how it treats its animals. There is a lack of compassion in Spain. The world is going crazy. Don't become a victim, says Josh Eaton. It is getting really weird out there. They seem to be getting violent over petty nonsense. According to George Eaton, we have, in quotes, we have been attacked by silent weapons in a silent war. Plan your escape from society and simply live in the countryside away from the dangers and wait. The Bible says, in quotes, "Come out of her, my people, and be ye separate, saint the Lord." According to Poet Talk, the people behind the people who mess with the rest of humankind are very upset about how things are going, and now they are not going, and how they are not going. Mr. Apocalypse says some heavy weights are going to fall soon. He said there is a reason for optimism and that the world situation may turn out to be very different from what many people fear. In times of material darkness, most of humankind resides in the carnal realm. That is why the masses are so confused and so easily manipulated by the predatory class. It's all about material appetite and desire. I met Teresa on Twitter, in quotes. Millions of people in the West see the spiritual catastrophe their societies are being driven towards. The elites are going crazy, but that's their problem. What we have to do is defend our children from this degradation. According to the elders of Arcturus, joy is the energy. It is the creative force that we harness, that we use to bring healing, to raise the frequency of all the projects that we have undertaken. It is inherent in you. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.